Dunque, prego.
Buon pomeriggio a tutti, grazie di essere qui. Sono molto contenta di accogliere oggi a Palazzo Chigi il Presidente William Ruto, il mio amico William Ruto, di aver avuto la possibilità di fare con lui il punto.
The possibility to really take stock of the situation in terms of the cooperation that links together Italy and Kenya and the opportunities that we have to make our cooperation even stronger, which is already very strong, as testified to by the state visit. President Ruto also had a luncheon with President Mattarella, and his busy agenda is not over today. The relations between our nations are excellent from every perspective. For this reason, we have decided to really join together all the different fronts where we cooperate. And today, with the state visit, we wanted to launch a 3-year action plan which is supposed to guide our joint action. Well, Kenya is one of the most dynamic economies of sub-Saharan Africa. For the longest time, we have entertained excellent economic relations, also thanks to the coming into force of the economic partnership agreement between the EU and Kenya. So bilateral trade keeps growing at a very fast pace. In Kenya, there is a greater interest and also appreciation towards the hallmark products of Italy. The presence of Italian businesses is helping Kenya to develop its capabilities. Technology is being transferred in many domains in Kenya, as it is the case in the tourism sector, where the presence of Italian companies contributes to an increasingly better position of Kenya as a tourist destination. There are many domains, for sure, where we can do even more, and our partnership can grow even more, from agro-industry, aerospace infrastructures and energy, just to mention a few. And I'm firmly convinced that the business forum that will take place here in Rome, and I've been told that there will be many people attending on both sides, and we will be represented by the Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister, Mr. Antonio Tajani. For sure, this will boost ever more our economic production and industrial cooperation, because our aim is that of growing together, favoring investments and establishing the conditions to create new jobs. I'm very proud to say that our bilateral relations over the last few years really have made a qualitative leap forward, especially thanks to the Mutembei plan for Africa. Kenya, indeed, is one of the key countries in this initiative. With President Ruto and his government, we have been working right from the very beginning to identify the right priorities and launch important initiatives in the energy field, agriculture, training, and strengthening climate resilience. I'm thinking about the work that we are doing to develop the production of biofuels, and also the plans that we have studied to strengthen the supply chain of coffee, protecting also the small farmers. We have discussed this today. Training pathways for young managers, cooperation in the scientific and university and academic domain. We want to keep working on this together in the next few months. With actions, we will contribute to bringing forward our common agenda of growth and the strategic partnership between our two nations. Nairobi is a fundamental partner in order to develop and implement AI in domains that are decisive for the development of the African continent, such as the agro-industry, education, energy. You will remember that last year we opened the AI Hub for Sustainable Development, and with Kenya we are also working very well to enhance the most innovative projects, generate concrete advantages for the African industrial system. This applies also to the Italian industrial system as well, and this is shown by the great success of the Nairobi AI Forum, where new agreements were signed, a new memoranda of understanding. We will keep working to strengthen together the infrastructures of Kenya, because we are aware to what extent interconnections between Kenya and inland areas in Africa, how decisive they are to develop the entire continent. And we're also aware of the major potential which can stem from the African Continental Free Trade Zone, And I would like to quote the commitment that we have undertaken thanks to the synergy between the Mutembei plan and the global gateway of the EU to extend towards Eastern Africa, the Blue Almond Cable, which is the backbone that will connect India to economic, let's say, European economies going through the Mediterranean. I cannot forget the aerospace industry. For a long time, Italy and Kenya have been working together very effectively, and where Nairobi plays the role as a protagonist in Africa. And we want to expand the Luigi Broglio Space Center in Malindi so that it can become a continental hub for training and excellence. Equally strategic is our cooperation in the defense sector that now we relaunch by signing an agreement, a cooperation agreement on this together with President Ruto. We also exchange our views on the main themes on the international agenda. In particular, we focused on stability and security challenges affecting Eastern Africa. I personally thank, on behalf of Italy, President Ruto for the commitment dedicated by Kenya to support stabilization processes, peace and growth processes for neighboring and friendly countries. And now more than ever, we have to forcefully work in a determined way to reduce the factors of instability and also risk factors of possible domino effects. And the President knows this very well. Italy has always been in the front lines, and we will continue to do what we can at every level. Thank you, Mr. President, for this very important visit. And now I would like to give you the floor.
Thank you very much, my sister Prime Meloni. First, for the hospitality extended to me and my delegation as we arrived in this great city, historic city of Rome, to appreciate again that you're celebrating 80 years of the independence of this country, and we are very happy to share in the celebration of the democracy, freedom, and the shared people-to-people relationship. We relate in a very significant way with your celebration here. And we are very happy that we are sharing in this moment as you celebrate here 80 years of your independence. It's been 6 decades of relationship between Kenya and Italy, and a relationship that has been built on the basis of mutual respect, investment, trade, and sharing of opportunities that exist both in our country and here. Today, in my visit to Italy, we consolidate that position with a 3-year action plan that will give us greater impetus and momentum to be able to achieve more, expand our relationship, deepen our collaboration, and give more impact and meaning to the relationship between our two countries. We're very happy that Kenya is part of the first phase of the Mutembei plan, which, in your own words, Madam Prime Minister, is a relationship that is mutually beneficial between Africa and Italy, between Kenya and your great country, that helps us to co-create solutions for the challenges that we have and to work in a manner that is mutually beneficial to all of us. I want to underscore the agreements that have been signed today in different parts, different places. I think so far 8 agreements have been signed on various aspects, grants, facilities, agreements, memoranda of understanding, showing the robust relationship between our two countries. Specifically to thank your government, Madam Prime Minister, for the grants extended to us on our arid and semi-arid areas, the grants extended to us for restoration of the Cherangani forest and other degraded lands, a grant expended to Kenya on peace and security for training of human capital in that space. I'm very also happy that subsequent to the visit of your Minister for Higher Education. Today we have again signed another agreement on research, innovation, and sharing of training of high-quality professionals to underwrite and undertake the development of both Italy and Kenya as part of Kenya's focus on how to move Kenya from where it is to the next level. I am also very happy that finally we have resolved the issues that were outstanding on some of our projects. Itare project for one, that now we have a way forward on how this is going to be not just resolve the past, but also agree on how we are going to implement this project going into the future. I am also happy that we have agreed on other areas of training. When your Minister for Education came to Kenya, we signed an MOU, and today we will be proposing, as we have agreed in the coming weeks, how to finance our technical and vocational training centers to equip them with Italian equipment, and we have already identified 60 technical training colleges in Kenya that will benefit from this facility of about 54 million euros. I'm truly grateful that we've had this conversation. I'm also happy that we have found a mechanism to roll out phase 2 of Konza technology or Technopolis horizontal infrastructure development, together with all the other partners, including the Africa Development Bank and your other institutions here, and also to support our universal health coverage in Kenya, which is one of the big flagship programs for the undertaking of my administration, that finally we have a discussion on how to improve health facilities in 15 counties in Kenya, to elevate them to level 5 and to elevate 2 of them to level 6. And again, we will be forwarding a formal request on this so that we can conclude negotiations. I am also grateful that 2 important things, leather and coffee, which are also dear to this country. I know the leather industry in this great nation has been developed over the years. Kenya happens to be among the countries in our African continent that has raw material for leather. We have the 3rd largest livestock herd in Africa, and therefore it gives us an opportunity to work with Italian professionals, Italian investors in a joint venture mechanism to be able to unlock the potential that exists in the leather space, and also to work with you on the development of the coffee value chain. Italy is known as a great hospitality country, and Kenyan coffee could add to that. Hospitality, and therefore the agreement that we're going to jointly develop the coffee value chain with support from your institutions is a very welcome development, Madam Prime Minister. And allow me to appreciate on behalf of the government and people of Kenya that this visit gives us new impetus to take our relationship to the next level. In conclusion, the digital space continues to be a space that is not just new. AI and the AI hub that was launched here is part of the infrastructure that we want to tap in as a country, and we are very happy that we can now build a relationship around it, because this time round we do not want Africa to be left behind when technology is being rolled out. And we will continue to bank on the friendship, the collaboration, and the working together of both Kenya and Italy. Kenya welcomes increased Italian investment in infrastructure, sustainable energy, agribusiness, and manufacturing. Our priority remains value addition, job creation, and the transfer of skills and technology to strengthen our industrial base, leveraging opportunities under the Mutembei plan, and of course, the EU Economic Partnership Agreement that Kenya signed in. And let me take this opportunity to invite Italian enterprises to consider Kenya as a strategic gateway to Africa, particularly under the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, which provides access to 1.4 million people and a market of $3.7 trillion. That is a significant market, and I think it is important for American entrepreneurs and investors and business people to leverage. I'm very happy that from this meeting I will be attending the business forum, where we have business people looking at opportunities in Kenya, opportunities in Italy, and seeing how collaboration can unlock the potential in those opportunities and bringing to reality the business opportunities that exist between our two countries and our two markets, the European market and the African market. On matters peace and security, we want to appreciate your support as we look at confronting the conflicts in our region, both in Somalia, in South Sudan, in Sudan itself, and we continue to look to friends and partners as we work on solutions for those conflicts in our region. And we believe that international partnerships and collaboration under the multilateral system still presents the best possible chance of solving these regional but also global challenges that face us. Madam Prime Minister, again, on behalf of my delegation and I, to say we sincerely appreciate your welcome, your hospitality, and the fruitful engagement that we have had.
Thank you.